In this course, we are going to walk through two different YouTube videos in two different fields, and I'm going to show you how to use ChatGPT to create your keywords, titles, thumbnails, descriptions, and even community posts from these videos. If you want to get started with how to even create your content ideas or even your niche, I would check out my ChatGPT for content creators course first. That link will be in the class details. But if you've already gotten your content ideas, you have your YouTube video, and you're ready to get started on using ChatGPT to make the publishing process easier, let's dive into this course now. So once you have created your video, the next thing we want to do is really focus on what keywords should we be targeting for that video to perform well in the YouTube algorithm. So we're going to cover certain prompts that can help you figure out what keywords you want to focus on for that video. So one example is to just ask ChatGPT for certain keywords that people would search. So in my prompt, I told ChatGPT what I made a YouTube video about. In this example, it's to remove a strip screw. And then I said, can you suggest 10 keywords that people would search on YouTube for that would be good for my period to appear for? And the reason why I'm doing this instead of just saying, what are 10 good keywords, is whenever it's 10 good keywords, ChatGPT doesn't know that what you're really looking for is to SEO or even necessarily the best to SEO. So I specifically want keywords that people are going to type, and then I would be able to appear for that. So it gave me 10 keywords here: how to remove a strip screw, screw extractor tools, DIY screw removal, screwdriver tips and tricks, broken screw removal. These are things that people may be searching for that need to find your video on how to remove out a stripped screw. Now, you don't necessarily need to try and optimize for all of these, but I would say finding 3 to 5 really good ones that you want to optimize your video for is a good idea. Now, as a second example to be able to find your keywords, I'm going to use video captions. So for me, I use Descript to edit all of my videos, and that automatically gives me the captions for it. And I will leave a link to ChatGPT and Descript in the class details. So what I'm going to do is open a new chat. Every time you're talking about a new video, you want to open up a new chat so that it's not pulling the previous information into the new chat. And I'm going to ask it something very similar. So what you can see I did here is I literally just pasted in my caption from this particular video. And up at top, my prompt was, can you suggest 10 keywords that people would search for on YouTube that the below video captions would be a good search result for? So what I got is this particular video is about 4 tools that you can use to find research articles if you're a researcher. And so I got research article software. These are the 4 tools I talk about: organizing research articles, literature review tools, citation management tools, and even efficient research techniques. Again, these are really good ideas for things that I could be using in my video title, my video description, all of those things to help it rank in search. So now that we have our main keywords, we're going to jump over and start working on our titles. Now we're going to come back talking about the video of removing a strip screw. So for this one, I haven't actually created this video, so I'm not going to be able to give it video captions or anything like that. So this is going to be our one with us just giving it information. And then our other video about research tools is going to be our one for if we actually have video captions to use. So I'm now just simply going to ask it to suggest some titles that I could use for this video. So because in a ChatGPT can remember everything above, all I have to do is tell it to suggest 4 titles for this video, because it now remembers the previous information you've given it. And if you need to move to a previous chat, you can always look on your left-hand panel and go to the specific chat you're interested in. So you can see here that it gave me 4 different versions for this title: how to remove a strip screw removal, the ultimate guide to removing strip screws, and save your project, how to remove a strip screw in seconds. So you can see that three of these titles have very similar structure. It has a kind of initial title and then a colon and then a subtitle included in it, which can be really helpful to use. You may want to have different kind of fields for this title. A better way to ask it for titles is to ask it to create specific versions, but then tell it what those versions are. So for this prompt, instead of asking it for 4 specific titles, I asked it for 4 lists of titles, and each list should contain 4 titles. So ultimately, I'm getting 16 titles from this prompt. And then I tell it specifically for each list, what should those titles include, or how should they be formatted. To create your sentences on different lines, just hold Shift, Enter, and then you'll actually create a new line instead of sending the prompt into ChatGPT. So I said for the first list, please include titles in a listicle format. So I got things like 10 hacks, 5 tools, 7 common mistakes, and 3 creative solutions. Now, you may have created one video on this, but now looking at this, you might think, oh, I could make these 4 different videos. So you can also maybe come up with some ideas for your next video, but you can kind of figure out what's the best one that kind of works for you. For the second one, I said, please make titles that feel urgent and target the audience emotions. So don't let a strip screw ruin your DIY project. The shocking truth about strip screws and how to fix them. Time is running out. Quickly remove strip screws with these tips, and you won't believe what happened when we tried removing a strip screw. All of these, you can almost see common like templates if you watch YouTube videos of other people who use these to play on your emotions to get you to watch the video because you feel like everything's going to fall apart and it's really an emotional reaction instead of a logical reaction to the video. Now with how-tos are really great for appearing in search. And so you can say how to remove a strip screw with household items. I would probably watch that video. How to remove a strip screw in seconds, how to remove a strip screw without damaging your material, and how to remove a strip screw like a pro. Obviously, these are also similar ones to what would probably be that you would find on YouTube, and it goes past just how to remove a strip screw. And then the final one is serious and to the point, just like give me the goodies, the ultimate guide to removing the strip screw. So that's similar to the one up here that they gave us before. DIY 101, how to remove a strip screw removal, what you need to know, and the do's and don'ts of removing a strip screw. Now, you could probably get another 5 to 7 video ideas just from these titles, but now you have a way of saying, okay, which of these titles really fits the video that I created? And if you like multiple of these titles, you can actually ask it to combine them together. So let's say we really liked number 4 and this one up here, number 1. So I'm going to copy them and I'm going to say, so I just asked it to combine these 2 titles and copied and paste it. You could try to say number 4 from serious and to the point and number 1 from urgent and emotionally targeted. And sometimes ChatGPT does a good job of this and sometimes it really doesn't. So now it says the do's and don'ts of removing strip screws. So it just combined it together, that like separated apart. And I want it instead to really combine the notions. So in this case, since the first thing it gave me wasn't really what I was looking for, I said instead of adding the 2 titles together, I would like one that combines the feel, because that's specifically what I'm looking for. And then I get this, expert tips to save your DIY project, the do's and don'ts of removing strip screws. And that kind of combines together these 2 titles here. So now as a separate example, let's jump over to our previous one where we actually had video captions. And I'm going to take that original, can you create 4 list of titles for this video and copy and paste it into here. So it generated, again, a list of 16 different titles that have 4 different versions. So we have a listicle, so 4 must-have software tools for efficient research. These 4 software tools will revolutionize your research project, maximize your research efficiency with these software tools, and game-changing software tools for a literature review. Urgent and emotional title, stop wasting time on research, revolutionize your research process. Don't let inefficient research hold you back, and save time and increase productivity with these tools, right? These are meant to make someone feel emotional and feel like they're missing out. How-to titles. So these three are the specific softwares that I cover. And it's actually, these are probably three different videos that I should make, and not necessarily titles for this one, but this last one, how to streamline your research process with these four tools, would be a good title for this specific video. And then serious and to the point, software tools for research efficiency, maximize your research potential, organize your research like a pro, and efficient research made easy. So again, you're getting a lot of different fields, and you can kind of look at what title actually feels right and which one should you use. So once you choose a title, we're going to move on to let ChatGPT create our descriptions, because we know none of us really want to be creating those descriptions.